Hello everybody, this is Jen Jeff, and we're back with more Kerbal Space Program. Just looking at the contracts we've got, we have two dealing with Kerbin, and that's what we're going to do today. So, we've already got the satellite designed for this job. We just have to launch it again. Load? Is this it? Yep, this is it. Okay. Is it? Yep, there's the thing. Okay, good. Good. And launch. So, last time what happened is we discovered that, well, it was the way I had the software written. Open terminal, switch to 0, edit, launch, and orbit. Last time I had this set to 90. Why can't I move this? I should be able to move this. Oh, that works too. Okay, so I had set this to 90 to go due north. The thing is, once we got into space, it would stay at 90, which was due north, which was perfectly acceptable. Except once we hit the North Pole, it would flip the ship to maintain 90 degrees of heading. So what we've done now, instead of doing that, if we look up in here, set in space to 1 at that point, where is it at? There it is. If in space equals 1, lock steering to prograde. Which means now when it's in space, the ship should lock its steering to prograde and not spin around to maintain 90 degrees. Which will allow us to use this program to launch a spacecraft at literally any angle of heading we want without it doing dumb stuff. So, save, run, launch, and orbit. I might take the countdown out because, like, seriously. It was in the tutorial, so I left the stupid thing in there. Kinda dumb. Okay, so we've got our spacecraft. It's launched. It's happy. Happy hunky-dory. And up we go. I used to be able to move this thing around. Why can't I, like, drag this around anymore? I can highlight stuff. That's kind of neat. But oh well. And then if I hit this, click and drag, I can do that, so I can resize it. But oh, so we start our gravity turn. And the solid fuel booster is about to run out. Any moment now. And it is out, it stages, and thanks to these fins, it maintains stability. Because before, it was kind of going a wee bit crazy. We still have communications using that little thing here. The reflectron thing, and then I can't see it because it's dark. We have that. There should be a bigger one too, but maybe not. Now we got some light, and what I'm looking for I am not seeing. I may not have put it on here. Oh well, not a huge problem. But all. So, yeah, we really get moving, don't we? And then it does that, and then it does that, and now it's just this little satellite itself burning. And the apoapsis is climbing. 250, come on. Boom, there we go. So yeah, I might have to work on some stuff. Granted, I can also lock the steering to... because there's a prograde for the atmosphere. I can lock the steering to that. But it runs into other problems. So what I should have done was change the velocity comparator to, say, 400. Could have probably got a more efficient launch that way. But hey, I didn't. We'll probably have a couple more little poofs as it goes up, because our target orbit is 250,000 and we're in space, so we don't. Yes, it's doing very good. It is locked to prograde. Beautiful. The battery. The battery, the battery, the battery. We are still acceptable in terms of battery. We have no connection. I forgot to deploy that thing, so I'm hoping 500,000 kilometers. Is that 500,000 or just 500? Uh-oh. Oh, wouldn't that figure. Ooh, that was almost too fast. So I probably still fucked this up. But hey, it'll be up there. And any moment now, it'll ignite. See, it's still staying on the correct heading. It is still staying prograde as it goes over the North Pole. I believe the problem we're going to have is because that isn't activated. There should be a way I can set it up to activate. Whoa. That was an unexpected behavior due to the weight. And it fails because it runs out of fuel. So, that didn't work. Okay, back to Space Center, because that's going to get annoying really quick. So, it worked better. I could probably get to orbit. Except there are two things that I kind of neglected. One, the angle, which was a problem. And two, I forgot to turn this on. Deploy, retract. It won't retract. There we go. Okay. Launch. We're just wasting hordes of money trying to get this stupid satellite to go into orbit correctly. How much money do I have now? We're down to 191,000. Sounds about right. Open the terminal. Switch to a 0. Edit, launch, and orbit. And we're going to change this velocity comparator to 300 instead of 200. Now we're going to save that. And that should help. And the next thing to do is to remember to activate this thing, because we need that additional range. 250, that's 250,500. Yeah, it's a bit of a difference there. Alrighty. Run, launch, and orbit. The completely unnecessary countdown timer. Ah, it's because I dragged this thing around. Okay. We are going up. I wonder why it's successfully gone to orbit once. Or would have... Well, no, it wouldn't have successfully done so. It wouldn't have worked. Oh well, this shouldn't be as shallow and waste as much fuel burning up in the atmosphere going up as it did previously, which will be helpful. Alrighty. There begins the gravity turn. Okay. Oof. Oh, that thing kind of just stays vertical. Cool. Oh, like, no. Okay, no, it's going over. Okay. That's better. That's better. We're getting higher. It still seems to be doing a lot sharper turn than it should be, but there's the prograde there. Yeah, it is doing a much sharper turn than it should be still. Huh. That is weird. I believe this will still work, though. Provided it doesn't use as much fuel at this point as it did before, but for some reason it is still... Yeah, that seems to have worked better. We'll certainly find out. And let's activate you. If not, we'll find out, won't we? We do time acceleration once we get out of the atmosphere. And I'm going to look at the angle thing here, because it's turning in a way it shouldn't be. If in space, yada yada yada. There's the countdown. There's the ship angle. That's where it's printing everything. It's in space now. If a ship velocity surface greater than or equal to ship velocity and ship velocity surface, but less than ship velocity plus that. Okay, here's the problem. You see this? It's still in the old setting. It is not using the new setting here of 300. So I should do is change that to C velocity. So all I was doing there was delaying the start of the gravity turn, but not actually... Yes, okay. But if I put that to C velocity, what it's going to do is it's just going to really mess things up. So, let's do this as speed comparator. That's a terrible name, but Oh well. Control C. And then we're going to go here. I could use a local variable, but whatever. Set C speed comparator to C velocity. I believe that'll work. Yeah, that should work. Now this should behave more as anticipated and less as just a simple delaying factor. And now we speed up time so we can get on with the rest of the mission. We have no connection to the Space Center, which is because it has gone beyond the horizon. Good, okay. That is acceptable. And now we're at 220, 230, 240, and with 249, boom. There we are. And the problems we have... These things are not really working because the way that's currently angled, which is a small problem. There goes that engine. And we're circularizing the orbit. And circularization failed. Because the periapsis, the change made it so the periapsis doesn't get high enough. Why? Because it turns down. It pointed down. Well, let's see. This isn't completely terrible. Other than the fact that we have an annoying sound. That doesn't go away. So we just spin this around quickly until we have communications. Which is probably... There we go, we have communications. You... Toggle power. Shut up. Good. Okay. So. Start data collection. Start data collection. We can get one mission done and recover some of our money. And also we can just start this with a terrible orbit. So. Why did the spacecraft point the way it was pointing and point down, which messed up the orbital thing? I don't really know, and it's going to be, I believe it's going to be because the uncentered weight with the scan radar altimetry sensor. What I could do, instead of locking throttle to 100%, is lock it to, say, 50, and it might actually be better at it, but yeah. That won't be getting any data because we're too high. Oh well. But we do have this. We do have KerbNet access, which is great. Apparently I can change it that way. And we have loads of data. 2 credits. Okay, whatever. We'll send that back, and we'll send that back. Huh. Why did you stop? Doesn't look like it actually stopped. No, it's still doing stuff. Because we're momentarily over ashore. But hey, that should have done a contract. Boom. Transmit or recover scientific data from space around Kerbin. Which is, functional. And we got some science out of it. Let's look at this. Are we getting anything? Currently, no. And we're not going to get any data from the South Pole because we just go way too high. And we're out of communications range. So... unfortunate. Oh well. Let's head back to the Space Center. We've got a little bit of stuff. We've got some more money. And let's see what we got for science. What kind of missions can we do for mission control that would be inexpensive? I want to do this. That's just annoying. That's just annoying. So everything except rescuing people is annoying to do. We can grab this, which gives us some money. And we should actually be able to get to that little ship to the moon, or the Mun, with a couple of modifications to this. Like one thing we're going to modify. One, you're being replaced. This will be replaced. We'll get a bigger engine for you, or bigger fuel tank for you, and the swivel liquid engine. We should still have 2 parts. Which we do. We have 2 parts. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. What we're going to do is we're going to throw another spare big fuel tank. Put that there like that, and then we're going to lift this thing up. And that gives me 1 spare part. Huh. One spare part. You know, there's a thing I kind of want to replace. Because we do have a new control module. Instead of that, we have this. Which has its own reaction wheel. Has its own SAS. Has its own KerbNet access thing, apparently. With anomaly detection. Scan modes terrain. Reconfigure no. Setups none. Status telemetry report. Doesn't have as many configurable things, apparently. No, it still does. Might, site, and so forth. A bigger hard drive. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this hard drive. 32 well, 35.5 megabytes compared to 1.75. So, yeah. Seismics, oh, has more. I'm guessing these are all the optional things you can get. It's got its own reaction wheel, its reliability, its own redundant communication system. Okay. how hard will it be to swap this? If I take that off, I can throw this thing out. Oop. Grab this, bring it up. I should be able to strap that onto there. Perfect. And you have your own communication system. What is the range? Does it say? Thing is, it doesn't actually say what its range is. Oh, we're going to change this to that. Sight and might. There we go. Those are the two experiments we'll run on it. And we have 3 parts, which I'm going to make communication systems. Well, no. This thing is now going to go on top. Like that. Whoops. Maybe not like that. Like that. I believe that is better. And then we're going to grab communication, this guy, and then communication, the high gain antenna, which is probably going to look ugly there. Yeah, it's clipping. It's clipping. It's all going to clip, no matter where I put it. Something's going to clip. Oh. Just plop that right there. How much did this thing weigh anyway? Oh well. Now with the extra fuel, we have one more part. What should we grab? Let's grab this for safety's sake. Okay. And I think I might actually set this to go onto the orbit the other one was supposed to go on. I really don't like how it's clipping, but I don't believe there's a huge amount that can be done about it. We'll just have to deal with it. Close you. I wonder if I didn't alter this thing's thrust ratio, so I wonder if it'll still even work. Open terminal. Switch to 0. Run launch and orbit. Run launch and orbit. List files. Run launch and orbit. Okay, so we actually have an error. Edit launch and orbit. What are you freaking out about? Well, for one thing, no period. Save. Okay, gotta reply to that email, but not right now. Run launch and orbit. There we go. Yes, always remember the periods. Don't explode. Don't explode. Please, for the love of God, don't explode. Okay. We do still have enough thrust out of this thing. We have lifted off after modifying our guidance code by a little teeny amount. Yeah, that thing is definitely heavier. But we've added a significant amount more fuel than there was before. Alrighty. This is boding pretty well. We wasted a lot of money on that prior satellite. Hooray. But that wouldn't be the Kerbal tradition otherwise. When are you going to do your gravity turn? Hello? Gravity turn? Should be doing it. Piss. Okay. Why is it not doing a gravity turn at all? Maybe we'll do it at 6? Oh, there it is at 6. And maybe we'll do the next one at 9. I'm hoping. 9? There's the next one. Yep, so we need to set this down to more like 200. Something significantly lower than what it was at. So this will be a much steeper climb to orbit. And it burns that off. And it takes a lot less effort to get to the required altitude this time as compared to before. But we're going up at a much steeper angle. So maybe it'll work. Activate. Target is mission control. And you can, I guess, just start running your experiments. And there's the mun. And it'll time warp. Okay. Gotta be careful with the time warp so that we don't time warp too far. Oh, wait a minute. No, it should work. We should be alright. Provided it stays straight and doesn't burn pointing down. You just start your scan. Why were you disabled all of a sudden? Oh, it's disabled on the other ship, probably. Oof, okay, that was a time warp problem. And it's pointing down. And in addition to that, because the thing... I've just spent a lot more money again. But we have control over this, so toggle power. Shut up. There we go. Nope. Why is it not working? Data. Oh my god. Okay, send it. Are we not getting any data? No, we're not. Oh no, we are. Okay, we're getting some. Okay, so this is another abysmal failure. as we are using up loads of money on abysmal failures. Looks like I'm going to have to rewrite my code a bit. But that isn't happening tonight, so we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See ya. Thank you all for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to hit that stupid little bell thing that YouTube has added, because otherwise you won't get notifications of any new videos if you subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter, @GenJeft, as I always have my video updates on there, so you will never miss a video if you're on my Twitter feed, because they'll all be posted. And any other dumbass comment I make as well. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.